Well, welcome to this video. The aims of this video is basically to explain what support we'll be offering um, in the geography department for the next few weeks while the schools are shut. Basically, the aim of this video is to, like I say what support we're offering, what we're going to try and do each week. We want to explain to students and parents how they can access Teams, which is going to be the main vehicle we use to support students, and to let you know how you can contact us if there's a problem. So in terms of the support we're going to aim to provide, basically we will try and provide a lesson a week per year group, more for those in Key Stage 5. And what that lesson will involve will be a PowerPoint, which would be sort of similar sort of PowerPoint a student might get in a classroom, but obviously adapted. Some sort of worksheet, task sheet, although we're going to try and reduce the amount of photocopying and printing that these need. There'll be an option for some extra reading or some extension work. We will try on a weekly basis to have an online test that students do to check their understanding, and I think it's important to stress this is if capacity allows, there'll be a video very similar to this one of us talking over the sort of PowerPoint and hopefully allowing a bit of extra explanation. We've chosen to do that as well because obviously many students might be able to find accessing the video easier on YouTube than through other methods. So hopefully what that'll do is allow students to have a really good package of support and enable them to get on with their geography. How can they access the support? Well, as I said, the key thing for us, absolute key, is that if possible, students should use Teams. This is an app provided by Microsoft Office 365, and it actually enables us to give us really good support and monitor what the students are doing. Now, obviously, we will also provide information by ePraise, and if we find that it's helpful, we'll also send out emails. But Teams is the absolute key way that we're going to do this. So in terms of the work students do, it's worth just thinking about how this is going to be assessed. And I think that's really important. Kids know that there is going to be an element of assessment. Well, the first thing is in most lessons, we'll try and include an element of self-marking. So we'll set a question, the students will then have a bit of time to do it. And then if they click on the next slide, it'll give them the answers and they can mark it themselves. The vast majority of what we're going to do, though, is using online tests. And again, students will basically be given multiple choice tests. Some of them are a little bit more complicated to put things in order, but basically short tests every week, checking what they've done over the last week or two. There will be more extended opportunities, but we'll focus up particularly on Key Stage 5. And if capacity allows for it, and we have to be honest here, we don't know if members of staff will become ill or anything, we will try and include those into Year 10, perhaps not the first week or two while we get used to this new system, but certainly after. One thing I really do want to stress is that the reality of where we are is we are not going to be able to mark the majority of student work. And to be honest, that's not a million miles different from what happens in a classroom. In a classroom, students will do perhaps 2 or 3 lessons work, and then you'd work one major piece of work quite well. So although it's not ideal, it probably isn't that different from the reality. What we will be doing, use those online tests, is having regular assessment. And what I also want to stress is we're really keen that if students are not sure about something, they're emailing us, we'll happily have a look at that. Or if they've done something they're really proud of, email us because we really want to celebrate that as well. So having talked about how we're going to assess the work, I want to talk now about how students can use Teams, because as I said, that's probably the best way of actually us supporting students and students accessing the work. Now, if you want to access Teams, there's many ways of doing it. One of the best ways of doing it is actually to download Teams, but the simplest way is just simply come to the school website. If you have a look here, you'll see where it says External Staff and Student Services, so you can click on that, and that will take you to this page. Now, to access Teams, like I say, if you haven't downloaded it as an app, then you can get through it through Office 365. And if you click here, it will then take you to your email page, which will look something like this. And what we're interested in are these 9 squares in the top left-hand corner. Click on that, and you'll see your various apps that come with 365. And what we're interested in is Teams. And if you click on Teams, That should open up now in front of in the window. And as you can see, it can take a little bit of time. Mine's probably taking longer because I've got more teams than most, but it will get there eventually. And when you do, you'll find all your teams. Now, the chances are you may well have something for ICT here. Hopefully you'll find geography. Now, just to show you what it looks like, I've actually asked Miss Withers to create a team where I'm the student. So we're going to go to the geography test team. You will basically go to whichever one of these is appropriate for you. So if you're 7A1, for example, or 7A4, you'll go to 7A half geography. If you're year 11 travel and tourism, you might go there. If you're in year 10, you'll go here. But just for convenience sake, so I'm going to go here. Now, when you come into the team, what you'll see is it's got a number of features. So normally what happens is you get to a sort of chat area. Now, at the moment, we're keeping these chat areas open, but we are monitoring those. It may well be that it's just somewhere where teachers can pass on messages. Up the top here, you'll notice a number of sort of tabs. Now, at the moment, there isn't anything, but we may choose to add files here. Just click on that. Hopefully it'll move there. And this is where if we've got extra reading or other sort of interesting stuff like that, we'll put there. You'll notice that there is a link to the department YouTube channel. Now here is where you will find any videos that we do. Annoyingly it isn't working here, but we'll make sure the link's there. But like I say, that YouTube channel will have any links. It'll also have sort of teachers talking over the lessons. If you can't access it through Teams, we'll make sure that you can access. We'll have a links up there. If not, just search Bicester School Geography Department into YouTube. The most important thing is here in assignments. Now, when you go to assignments, again, you should probably be familiar with this. What from work in ICT, what you'll see is in this section here, it will show you your work. We'll try and set one of these a week. Now if we click this and open this up, it will look like this. And what you will see is that there's two things here. There's reference materials and then there's my work. Now we haven't quite got this perfect, but it's good enough. The reference material is there for you to basically look at. It's got the information that you need, and it's basically the background information. That would include the PowerPoint or any other materials like that. My work is basically where we're going to ask you to open it up, and it will appear like this, and it'll end up as a OneDrive file. And normally what we would ask you to do is do the work on here. When you finish the work, all you need to do is click close, and then when you think you've got it done, turn in, and what will happen is that the teachers will be able to see that work. Now what I do want to stress is that although we want to see your work, you have to be conscious of the fact that we've got one teacher per year group. That's 200 and something teachers. So while we would love to see the work, actually what we're planning to do most of the time is just mark online tests, and that as we go through the next week or so, you'll start to see that what's actually in this area here changes slightly. There'll be more reference materials and normally a sort of quiz at the end just to test what you're doing, and perhaps less worksheets here. I hope that's been useful. I say if there is anything else you want to know about Teams, then please email me and we'll go through contact details in a second. Thank you. Okay, so I hope that's been useful, and I hope that's helped explain how we can use Teams to support yourself or your students, your children. But basically, if there are any questions, please contact us. Now, anything general, the best person to contact is me. That's Mr. Brown, and my email is there. However, if it's specific about year 7 or 8, we'd ask you to contact Miss Withers, year 9, Miss Nibbs, year 10, Miss Shipman or me. Again, BTEC, year 10, Mr. Jones, year 11, myself, year 12, BTEC, I haven't put up here, but that'd be Miss Withers or Miss Nibbs. Like I say, any questions, please just email. And what we will be doing is if we do get any really good student work or we've got any important messages, we'll be posting those on Twitter, so you can follow us there as well. So hope this has been useful, and like I say, any questions, please just contact us. Thank you.